try to sing a song for you this morning. Still hoarse from last night, but I'm going to try something called J'aimerais connaître.
Ça fait déjà beaucoup longtemps. On a eu tout séparé par obligeant. Y'a quelque chose à t'arriver, je veux plus te voir. J'aimerais connaître si jamais tu vas venir.
tous les soirs. C'est trop souvent.
like to welcome everybody here for our CFMA Hall of Fame Day. Our inductees are here standing by, ready to go. We're going to play a little music. We're going to start off with a little waltz, something we'll call the Boston Country. We're going to make our accordion player, we're going to make him learn his today.
Let them thanks many hits wagon wheels. Ellis. But the fun community, Louisiana Aces Special. High point. Telpahti. Claro, agora vou chamar, mostrar aqui tudo. Agora vou chamar coisa.
My name is Della Mott. I am the president of the Cajun French Music Association Lake Charles chapter and co-chairman of this event today. However, I have great help. Renee Daigle, who is the secretary to my right, has done a lot of work today, and she will be continuing to do a lot of work during this event. excuse us just a moment. Check mic. I think we have a weak battery on our portable microphone, so we'll use this one. I'd like to recognize our national governing body president. Milton, will you stand wherever you are? Milton's back there. He's our national president. Thanks for coming. I would also like to recognize any officer and board member who is here today. Phil Menard is a board member. Any other board members and officers, please stand and wave so people will know who you are. And thank you so much for all your help with all of this. And above all, we thank the cooks because they have done a wonderful job today. At this time, I'd like to say that when we call an inductee up to receive his award, we would like for his entire family, if he would like that, whoever's here supporting that inductee, to come forward with him as he receives his award. And if you'll notice the camera, Mr. Acuff is doing a wonderful job videoing this event. We'd like for you to face the video camera so that we can get a good picture of each family. At this time, I'll turn this event over to Mr. Phil Menard, board member and chairman of the Hall of Fame.
Bien, merci, Della. Thank you very much. And I want to thank all of you today for supporting these great, great musicians that has donated most of their life for entertainment. That's to entertain you, the people that goes to the dances. So today is their day, and like she says, as we call them in the front, one by one, the family come in the front and have a picture. Mr. Acuff and several others want to take your picture. I want to thank all of the musicians that's going to take part today in this. And I also want to thank the cooks. And before we have anybody inducted, I want one man that when I started dancing, he was the first man to play where I danced at, and that's Mr. Papa Caro. How many of you remember Papa Caro? Let's give him a big hand. You know what he told me? He told me that most everybody thought he was dead. Well, he's here to prove that he's not dead. Raise your hand, Mr. Papa Caro. He is noted, along with Atlas Frigé, the late Atlas Frigé, probably the first steel guitar player, naturally, that us Cajuns ever heard. That's him right here. Thank you very much for recognizing him. You want to say something?
I'm glad to be here. I drove from Biloxi, Mississippi to come here. Vincent Crawford called me. Rufus used to work, well, most of the musicians worked for me years ago. And I'm proud of them too. And thanks very much, everybody.
Thank you so much for driving that car. That goes to show you how important today is for these musicians. Now, I singled him out because he was not one of the inductees. The rest of the guys you're going to be presented here are inductees of the Hall of Fame. So right now we're going to turn it over to Renee Daigle, and she was going to read the bios of every one of these guys. So after the Rufus Thibodeau gang moves out, the next inductee's family can start gathering up so we don't lose too much time. Thank you.
Check mic 1, 2. Rufus R. Thibodeau. Rufus R. Thibodeau was born on January the 5th, 1934 to Ridge and Olympia and Ellis Thibodeau. And he has one brother and one sister. He was raised in Hayes and Rayne, Louisiana, and spoke only French when he started school. He is divorced and has one daughter, Tila. He is self-employed and his hobbies include playing music. He was inspired to begin playing music by Harry Schultz and Johnny Kimball and plays the fiddle and guitar. He learned from his father and has played music all of his life. His first job was at Trahan's Bloody Bucket in Lake Arthur when he was 6.5 years old. He has played with bands including the Rain Playboys with his father in Lake Arthur, Papa Cairo's Cajun Band, Jimmy C. Newman, Grand Ole Opry, Louisiana Hayride, and Rodney Miller and Cajun Board. Other famous musicians with whom he has played music include Neil Young, Bob Wills, Lynn Anderson, George Jones, the Everly Brothers, Porter Wagoner, and Jim Reeves. He has played on the recording with George Jones, Jimmy C. Newman, and Neil Young on an album called Come a Time. He has written a total of approximately 12 songs, in which include Forever in Your Eyes and Tila Waltz. Mr. Thibodeau has played music all over Louisiana and Texas, and in Australia, Japan, New Zealand, Austin City Limits on PBS TV, for the charter members of the International Harvesters, and at the World's Fair in New Orleans, Louisiana. He has received many awards for his promotion of Cajun music given at the Hyman Center in Lafayette, the Louisiana Hall of Fame, and has recently received the Award of Excellence at Le Cajun Festival and Awards Program in August of 1998 in Lafayette, Louisiana. Through the years, he has followed a simple philosophy. You're supposed to compliment the singer if you're a side musician. When the singer is singing in line and he's really crying, you cry behind him. He is presently looking to settle into semi-retirement, so this means the man in the 1984 Festival des Acadiens poster will be playing less of his treasured fiddle, a Joseph Klotz creation from 1791, which he bought in 1951, so it's an antique just with him. He considers himself an all-around musician, but is proud to be Cajun. That's number one to him. He is also glad to be reconnecting with his roots, as that's what's brought him home after 40 years spent mostly in Nashville. Rufus R. Thibodeau. We would like the family of Tony Thibodeau and Tony to come forward, please. Tony Thibodeau was born on June 2nd, 1938 in Rain, Louisiana, to Mary G. Thibodeau and Nestor Thibodeau. He has 6 brothers and 4 sisters. He married Katie Thibodeau on March the 27th, 1998, and they have 5 children, Ramona, Ronald, Tony, Linda, and Kevin, and 12 grandchildren. He is employed as a route salesperson for Evangeline Life Insurance Company. His hobbies include fishing. He was inspired to play Cajun music by his father, and he has played the fiddle for approximately 50 years. He has played with bands led by Aldous Roger for 10 years, Belton Richard 15 years, Paul Daigle 6 years, Rodney Miller 10 years, Joel Saunier 5 years, and Doris Mott 4 years. Other famous musicians beside the ones named above with whom he has played include Van Bruce and Rufus Thibodeau. Recordings on which he has played the fiddle include the Paradan Two-Step, the Fiddler's Waltz, which he also wrote, and 2 albums with Belton Richard, 2 albums with Paul Daigle, Joel Saunier, Van Bruce, Tony Thibodeau, and Rufus Thibodeau's Fiddling with Friends. He has also taught several people to play the fiddle, namely Travis Mott, Jamie Beard, Elodie St. Martin, and Hunter Hayes. He has played at such functions as the New Orleans Jazz Festival, the Crawfish Festival, Frog Festival, Sugar Cane Festival, and several Mardi Gras festivals, and many, many more. His awards consist of the Texas Longhorn Club Fiddler of the Year in 1988, Fred's Lounge Wall of Fame, a CFMA nominee for Fiddler of the Year in 1998, and the recipient of the CFMA Award of Excellence in 1998, Tony Thibodeau. Aldous Broussard and your family, please. Aldous Julian Broussard was born February the 24th, 1945 in Lake Arthur, Louisiana to Julian and Eva V. Broussard. He has 3 sisters, Eula Mae, Joy Lee, Helen, and Delta, and 1 brother, Amos Broussard, now deceased. He married Evelyn S. Broussard on September the 30th, 1967, and they have 2 children, Raymond J. and Ronald M. Broussard, and 5 grandchildren, Stevie, Melanie, Blake, Logan, and Josie Broussard. He is employed as a truck driver by Angel Concrete Incorporated of Jennings. His hobbies are playing the accordion and barbecuing. He was inspired to begin playing music by Lionel Cormier and the Sundown Playboys. He began playing the accordion at the age of 9 years. His grandfather said of him, "Il va jamais apprendre à jouer," but he continued his first dance. He played his first dance at the age of 13 with the accordion and the guitar. At 14 years old, when he could get into the bars, he started going to the dances to listen to Lionel Cormier and the Sundown Playboys, and they let him sit in. They became friends, and Mr. Cormier and his band would sometimes get invited to their barbecues. He started playing with Linus Touchette at the age of 15. At 17, he started a band called Aldous Broussard and the Hicks Wagon Wheel Ramblers with Blackie Fruget, and they played together for 4 years. He played with Ronald Fruget and the Cajun Kings for 3 years. He quit playing with a band for 17 years, knowing all the while that his heart was always with Cajun music and that he always wanted to and would return to Cajun music. During this time, he helped out with other bands when necessary. He then got laid off of his job and began playing with the Joe Simon and the Louisiana Cajuns and played with them for 7 years, and then with Ed Gary and the Louisiana Cajun Aces, with whom he is still playing. Mr. Broussard has played Cajun music for 40 years and has played with other famous musicians such as Dewey Balfa, having played at a festival in Washington, D.C., and Christmas on the Vermilion in Lafayette. He also played twin accordions with Wayne Toups and Cheryl Cormier at separate functions. Recordings on which he played the accordion and sang include the Church Point Breakdown with T-Boy S.A., Cajun King Special with Ronald Fruget, Aldous Broussard, and the Cajun Kings, Went to the Dance Last Night, and Come and Get Me with Joe Simon, Aldous Broussard, and the Louisiana Cajuns, and Jolly Rogers Waltz, Pardon Waltz, the 73 Special, Avalon Waltz, Big Mamu, Big Road Waltz, and the Grand Night Special. Other recordings on which he only played the accordion also include the Soldier's Waltz with T-Boy S.A., Aldous Broussard, Austin Two-Step, Cherokee Waltz, and the Cajun King Special with Ronald Fruget, Aldous Broussard, and the Cajun Kings, the Catahoula Special, Cajun Melody, and the Grand Night Special with Ed Gary and the Louisiana Cajun Aces. Functions at which he played during his career are numerous. some of which include the Music and Dance Festival in Washington, D.C., CFMA Le Cajun Awards Program in Lafayette as stage band, Christmas on the Vermilion, the Liberty Theater, CFMA Lake Charles Chapter's Cajun Music and Food Festival, all in Louisiana, and the Folklife Festival for 6 years, all in the state of Texas. He still loves to listen to and play Cajun music. He says the sound of the accordion makes you happy, but it can also make you sad. Mr. Broussard says he's made a lot of friends along the way, and he also likes to help save our Cajun heritage by playing Cajun music. Aldous Julian Broussard. The mayor of Lake Arthur, Ray Charles, is his sponsor. Oh.
Comment ça va? I think most of you in here probably know me from Lake Arthur, and it's my pleasure to be here to present to Aldous this great award. A lot of people don't know, excuse me, how close we are. This is really an honor for me. Thank you very much.
We would like the family of Leo P. Abshire to come forward, please. In the front of the table.
The first picture there was on 7, 27, and 33. Not third and 27. 1927.
So it's July 27th.
I was born on July 27th.
Leo P. Abshire Sr. was born on July 27, 1933 to Oza LeBlanc Abshire and Clomere Abshire, and has one sister. He married Ada Davis Abshire on October 29, 1982, and they have 7 children: Leo P. Jr., Patricia, Ramona, Anita, Roxana, Kevin, and Keith. He is retired, and his hobbies include violin making. He was inspired to begin playing music by his father. He has since taught groups of people to play the violin. He also plays the guitar and the accordion. He has played at places and/or functions such as the Liberty Theater in Eunice, the Queen's Hall in England for President Clinton in Washington, D.C., and at the Summer Olympics in Atlanta, Georgia, and has won several fiddle contests at the CFMA Festival in Lake Charles and at the Crowley Rice Festival. Mr. Abshire has played with bands such as the Joe Bonsall and the Orange Playboys, Joe Seymour and the Louisiana Cajuns, August Broussard and the Calcasieu Ramblers, John Oliver and the Louisiana Ramblers, Milton Adams and the Midnight Ramblers, and Horace Trahan, D.L. Menard, and the Louisiana Aces. He has also played with famous musicians including Eddie Lejeune and many, many others. His recordings were made with Joe Bonsall, August Broussard, Dillard Duplichan, Joe Seymour, and Horace Trahan. He has traveled all over the United States and several countries in Europe, playing his fiddle and promoting our Cajun music and culture. Leo P. Abshire, Sr. Ronald Miller, Sr., and your family, please. Okay. Thank you. Ronald James Miller Sr., known to his friends as Ron, was born on March the 18th, 1946 in Lake Charles, Louisiana, to Dorothy Walker Miller and Wilfred T. Will Miller, and he has 2 brothers and 3 sisters. He is married to Brenda Frugier Miller, and they have 5 children: Ronald Jr., Sherry Miller Kennedy, Rochelle Miller Fontenot, Tracy Miller Lohr, Damon Miller, and has 7 grandchildren. He is employed as an electrician with Citgo Refinery. His hobbies include music, woodwork, fishing, and motorcycle riding. He was inspired to play Cajun music by his grandparents, his father, and uncles. He primarily plays drums. However, he can also play the steel, bass, and rhythm guitars. He has played music since he was 13 years old. He has also given guitar and drum lessons. He started playing Cajun music as a young boy with his grandfather, Henry Miller, who played the accordion, and his uncles, Leighton Miller, who plays the fiddle, and Harry Miller, who plays on the guitar. When in his teens, he started playing with Jake Broussard, who played the accordion. He has played with August Broussard and the Calcasieu Ramblers off and on for about 5 years, Jake Broussard 2 years, and the Midnight Ramblers for 13 years. He formed the Midnight Ramblers in 1972 with Cleveland's Cormier and then with August Broussard. He had the Midnight Ramblers until 1997 when the group changed its name to CCR, or Cajun Culture Revival. Other famous musicians with whom he has played include Joe Simon, Lisa Cormier, Daryl Higginbotham, Emery LaPointe, Phil Menard, Ivy Dugas, Ray and Robert Thibodeau, R.C. Vanacore, and many others. He is also recorded on the CFMA album. Mr. Miller has played at many places and has also played at numerous functions such as the CFMA Cajun Music and Food Festival in Lake Charles several times, the Marshland Festival in Hackberry, the Calcasieu Festival in Lake Charles, the Cajun Food and Fun Festival in Welsh, the CFMA Loca Jam Festival and Music Awards program in Lafayette, the Contraband Festival, Cajun Days in Lake Charles, the Mardi Gras festivities, the McNeese Rodeo and Homecoming Parade floats in Lake Charles, and many more. Ronald James Miller Sr. Cleveland Crochet and your family. Cleveland Crochet was born on January the 30th, 1919. He is married to Ruth Derwin and has 2 daughters, Betty and Gloria. He started his music career in 1950, and the band members were Charlie Babineau, Tilford McClellan, Sidney Brown, and Eddie Benoit. This group stayed together for at least 5 years, known as Cleveland Crochet and the Hillbilly Ramblers. And at one time, Mr. Crochet had Leroy Broussard, Elise Broussard, Edison Red Lopez, Newton Red Saltzman, and John Crochet as band members. In the middle 50s, his group included Charlie Babineau, Boris Shorty LeBlanc, Cliff Newman, Jesse Stutz, and Mr. Crochet. In October of 1960, this group made a hit record called Sugar Bee, and on the opposite side was Drunken Dreams, sung by Jesse Stutz. Pee Wee Broussard played for about a year, and after that, the band consisted of Mr. Crochet, Mr. Babineau, Robert Thibodeau, Jesse Stutz, and Eugene Thibodeau. the group received La Veuve de la Coulée, the group recorded La Veuve de la Coulée, sung by Robert Thibodeau, and at what time Rufus Thibodeau and Joël Saunier were members of his band. Cleveland Crochet. Would you please come forward? Was born in Oberlin, Louisiana on April the 20th, 1918 to Johnny LaFleur and Denise Fontenot LaFleur. He married Mayvie Fruget LaFleur and they have 3 children, Gwendolyn, Farnell, and Dwayne. He is a self-taught musician and plays the rhythm guitar. He began playing in 1930, started playing professionally in 1933, and has played Cajun and country music. He formed bands in 1933 and 1982 and named it Tony's LaFleur's Old Time Cajun Band. Besides his band, he played with Leo Swallow's band, J.B. Fugillet and the Rhythm Boys, and other bands. In about 1934, Murphy Guillory, who had to hitchhike to Eunice and back to Doral, would meet them, and they would go to Tolam's blacksmith shop in Eunice, Louisiana, and wait there until it was time to go to Abe Boudreau's dance hall above Ordwin's clothing store in Eunice. At the blacksmith shop, they played the same waltz many times, hence the name Tolam's Waltz. He recorded the Tolam Waltz in 1936. Including the ones listed above, he has played music with such great musicians as Desiree Fontenot, Sidney Brown, Wilson Granger, Pierre Crater, Ned Melanson, Dudley Rosa, Crawford Vincent, Nathan Abshire, Dewey Balfa, Phil Menard, Harry Schultz, Albert Fruget, Amadee Ordwin, and Charlie Simeon. Mr. LaFleur and fellow musicians have performed at such places as the Quincy Davis Rodeo in Basile. They played on radio for the Contraband Days Festival, played music on the Cajun Float in the Contraband Days Parade, the Lady Claire Riverboat, many nursing homes, weddings, other festivals, schools, including McNeese State University, private parties, political campaign parties, and fundraisers, and the Liberty Theater's weekly show on Saturdays in Eunice. Tony's LaFleur. Senior and your family, please. Philip Joseph Alamon Sr. was born on January the 2nd, 1940 in Rain, Louisiana to Onelia Royer Alamon and Octave Rolliman, and has 4 brothers and 4 sisters. He married Priscilla Leger Alamon on April the 18th, 1992, and they have 8 children, namely John, Philip Jr., Anthony, James, Jermaine, Carmen, Paul, and Philip Andre. He is currently employed by the City of Eunice as a dispatcher at the City Barn. His hobbies include repairing TVs and VCRs. He was inspired to play Cajun music by his brothers and plays the steel guitar and drums. He has played Cajun music for 47 years. He played Cajun music with Aldous Roger for 25 years, Ray Laverne 5 years, Aldous Mouton 8 years, Donald Thibodeau 5 years, and has also played music with Lawrence Walker, Belton Richard, Jimmy Venable, Man Abshire, Dick Richard, Tony Thibodeau, Rodney Miller, Alan Ordway, and many others. Recordings on which he has played steel guitar include Hicks Wagon Wheel Special, Lafayette Two-Step, Over the Waves, Lafayette Playboy Waltz, Petite à la Grosse, Un Autre Chance, Louisiana Waltz, Ding-a-Ding-Ding-Dong, KLFY Waltz, and many more. He also does the vocals on the Lafayette Playboy Waltz, Petite à la Grosse, Un Autre Chance, Ding-a-Ding-Ding-Dong, KLFY Waltz, and many more. He has also played in such places as the OST Club in Rain, the Welcome Club in Crowley, the Midway Club in Breaux Bridge, the Bon Temps Roulette in Lafayette, the Reno Club in Kaplan, and many, many more establishments. Among his awards are his being inducted to Fred's Lounge, KVPI Wall of Fame as a legend in Cajun music, and is the recipient of the Award of Excellence awarded him by the CFMA Le Cajun Festival and Awards Program in Lafayette, Louisiana on August the 17th, 1996. Philip Joseph Alamon Sr. Like Crawford Vincent and his family to come forward, please. J. Vincent was born October the 4th, 1921 in Gaydon, Louisiana, to Clementine and David Vincent, and he has 3 brothers and 2 sisters. He was married to Lou Ethel Shuff Vincent, who is now deceased, on June 27, 1952, and they have 2 children, Frederick and Roderick Vincent. His hobbies include music, duck hunting, and fishing. Joe Savoy inspired him to begin playing Cajun music, and he primarily plays the drums, but can also play the rhythm guitar, fiddle, and upright bass. He has played music for 58 years. He is also a songwriter and has taught Don Connor to play the guitar. He has played at functions such as the Rice Festival in Crowley, the World's Fair in New Orleans, Nashville Fairgrounds with Jimmy C. Newman, the Liberty Theater in Eunice, the International Festival in Lafayette, and many locations from Corpus Christi, Texas to New Orleans, Louisiana. Among his awards as a fiddle player are his induction into the Louisiana Hall of Fame and the Nashville Hall of Fame. He has also received several nursing home awards. Mr. Vincent has played music with bands led by Irie Lejeune, Joe Bonsall, J.B. Fugile, Chuck Richard, Marie Falcon, Harry Schultz, Leo Swallow, Abe Manuel, Sidney Brown, Elias Thibodeau, Ludrin Darbone, Will Kegley, Bobby Leger, and Waverly Lejeune, and August Broussard. Some of the recordings on which he has played include Jolie Blonde, Lake Charles Waltz with Harry Schultz, the Ville Platte Waltz, and the Lawtail Two-Step with Will Kegley. Crawford J. Vincent. if you'd please come forward.
Before this group, these bands, I'd like to recognize Mr. Ludgren Durbone. I believe he's the only one in here today that might be older than I am. Mr. Ludgren Durbone, a guy that should have been in the Hall of Fame before. We're going to get him. Get in front there where we can recognize you, Ludgren.
I want to thank the board for letting me present this award to Jesse Leger and his family. This man that I'm about to present this award, it's not much with words, it doesn't get excited over much of anything. He has touched lives and entertained so many people like Earl and I. We have grown to love him as a family member. But let me tell you, Shad, when it comes to showing us how he can play his traditional accordion style music and singing, he can do it. And I know Atlas Rouge is agreeing with all of us. And I know his family members are very proud of him. Jesse R. Leger Sr. was born on November 6, 1951 in Gaydon, Louisiana, to Louisiana married Trajan Leger and John Wilford Leger Sr., and he has 7 living brothers and sisters. He married Donna Denson Leger on May 12, 1977, and they have 4 children, Jesse Jr., Shane P., Amanda Leger, Smith, and Barton W. Leger. He is employed as a welder for the Calcasieu Parish Police Jury in Lake Charles, Louisiana. His hobbies include woodworking, playing music, and various handyman jobs. He was inspired to begin playing Cajun music by Elson Meir. Besides the accordion, Jesse plays the rhythm guitar and the little fiddle. He has played music for over 25 years. He has played with the Moonlight Serenaders, Hicks Wagon Wheel Ramblers, Cajun Kings, Rodney Lejeune, Jesse Leger, and the Texas Cajun Playboys, and Mac Manuel, Jesse Leger, and the Lake Charles Ramblers. Famous musicians with whom he has played music include Nate Nabshire, Aldous Roger, Rodney Lejeune, Amanda Brew, Dewey Beaufort, Milton Adams, Joe Bonsall, Liesl Cormier, Ivan Dugas, and many, many others. Recordings on which he has played include Standing in Your Door by the Cajun Kings, Members in My Heart, and Went to the Dance Last Night on the Eunice CFMA album with Rodney Lejeune, Jesse Leger, and the Texas Cajun Playboys. On the various artists album put out by Floyd Swallow, performing live at the Liberty Theater in Eunice with Jesse Leger and the Jeff Davis Ramblers, and Members of the Past with the Lake Charles Ramblers. Recordings on which he sings include Members in My Heart, Went to the Dance, and all the songs on the CD entitled Memories of the Past. He is also a songwriter and wrote Memories in My Heart and I'm Lonesome for You. He has played at many functions which include the Duck Festival in Gaydon, CFMA festivals in Eunice, Lake Charles, Houston, and the Golden Triangle, Buggy Festival, Church Point, Rabbit Festival, Highway, Sauce Piquant, Lafayette, Cajun Festival, St. Petersburg, Florida, St. Joseph's Church Festival, St. Margaret's Church Festival, Liberty Theater, Eunice, La Cajun Festival, and Awards Program, Lafayette, and many reunions, anniversaries, benefits, and other parties too numerous to remember. He has received several awards in the past, including Most Traditional Band of the Year twice, Best Accordion Player of the Year, Best First Recording of the Year, all at the CFMA La Cajun Awards, State Championship in the Breaux Bridge Accordion Contest, and many other accordion contests, which include winning 3 accordions. Mr. Leger says he hopes that he has inspired someone during his career to the point that they would want to carry on the traditional style of Cajun music as much as possible, which he says is a chore in itself, because to survive it has to change some. He likes to listen to all types of music because you can learn different things to try so that your music and style doesn't get stale and people don't get tired of listening to you. He enjoys seeing people dance and have a good time, and says the more they enjoy the music, the harder he plays. He hopes that this statement will stay with any musician, old or upcoming. Everyone should have someone in the music business to look up to, an idol if you will. He says he has quite a few, and they're not all accordion players. They're musicians who play from the heart, who have a unique style and are well known, but who remain humble and not too famous to associate with anyone. Thank you. 1 inductees from today to join us in a jam session. We're going to have all the inductees play if they'd like to come up to the bandstand, please, for about an hour, if possible. We also would like to announce we have whole cakes for sale. If anyone is interested, over to my right.
Come in the front right now. There's Mr. Red Shaws. We got the mayor of Lake Arthur with us today. Can you imagine this? All right, but last but not least, I'd like to call my co-chairman, the girl that works every year, probably the hardest of all. She does a lot of typing, a lot of book work for this event. Miss Della Mott, I didn't forget you. Without you, my job would be impossible. I've run the roads quite a bit and answered the phone and made phone calls in the last year. But this girl sat at her desk and even had a blood clot from it, I'm sure. She'd have been resting at home like most of it does. She wouldn't have this. But Della, in appreciation, Della Mott, in appreciation for your dedicated support to Cajun French Music Association and Film and Art Hall of Fame Chairman, Ms. Della, thank you so much, baby. Give her a big hand. Now we're going to dance and have a good time. And I believe there's some sausages and gumbo, and boudin. Your sponsors, there's some of them right here, Mr. Louis Roy, Mr. El McCart Jr., and Mr. Red Giles, Mayor of Lake Arthur, and we had 7 or 8 more. Possibly they didn't come, but if you did, we appreciate it. And also we want to thank Mac Manuel for furnishing all this beautiful equipment that we have today, the sound system, which is very good. And we want to also thank Mr. Acuff. I'll call you Roy Acuff. He was popular, and you are too. Mr. Acuff, thank you for what you did for us. You're promoting the Cajun music very well. You're doing a good job. Keep up the good works. Let's give him a big hand, Mr. Roy, Mr. Acuff.
When you came out there on Moss Bluff, you said you was going to send me a video of that at Moss Bluff. You forgot. Bon.
This is my 1, 2, testing. Testing my 1, 2.
I'm getting old. You gotta buy one of those so I can play with it. We're gonna do the last waltz. Hang on.
I saw this man. I saw said, no way you're wearing suits, man. Well, we have to. I said, I bought one, but it's still in the funeral home. I'm waiting a bit, though. Oh, no.
Ron Miller to the bandstand, you will play Ron Miller. Hey.
We're gonna do that Julie Long, you know. Well,
Mr. Cleveland Crochet, would you come to the bandstand, please? The Cleveland Crochet. All right, they're selling half and half tickets at the door, and the drawings will be at 3 o'clock, sir. They're still selling half and half tickets. They'll have a drawing at 3 o'clock.
Don't smoke.
Okay, on the half and half, the drawing's at 3 o'clock. Right now the pot's at $80. And you got some more that's sold, the pot will be a little bit earlier than that. It's $80 right now.
You're going to get on your nerves. I want to thank Aldous Broussard to help me out today, man. We were both nervous. He held my hand out here. Get up there. So I couldn't bring no family with me that night. My wife lost her uncle and that was it. Oh yeah, that's no thing. They're gonna do that phone no pie, you know. Oh yeah. Do it.
say congratulations to all the inductees for today. Let's give them a big hand, Chuck.
Hey, so you said, hey, we need a speech from you, man.
No, I ain't giving you no speech.
I just, please, man. Well, I didn't get one. Eddie Edmonds' secretary didn't write me one. We're gonna do this. Ramon E. It's on the field, God don't let you run. I got you remember, and I'll let you let me home. Go back to home, what you gonna serve? It's a tough routine on you.
Next players you want to play, come up to the play station.
Can I get on? Can I get on?
We'd like to call another accordion inductee, Mr. Jesse Leisure.
You want
Also,
everybody's singing.
Leo Upshire, fiddle player, you sit in the house. Leo Upshire.
You want to see.
How you been doing? You don't remember me, huh? Oh, yeah, I do. I know you. John Daly there. John Daly. You used to come at my house sometimes. That's my uncle right there. You want a relief? Well, yeah, I want a relief. Come on, Ed.
Okay, the pot for the half and half is at 242. The winner's going to get 121. Whoever wins will get 121. The pot's at 242 right now. Okay, Mr. Phil said they got some cakes for sale. You can buy the cake and bring it home for $10. How much are the slice still? $1 a slice.
Somebody gonna take my place.
Big slice, now for $1. And you can buy the whole cake for $10 and bring it home if you want to.
In a few minutes? Okay. I'll wait a little bit longer.
Okay.
Everybody likes their special, you know.
Big show. That's a big show. Precies later voor dat we op Russian shop. Zo is hier ook hier. Dat was hier pas uit.
Trying to find myself.
Yes, sir.